Good day. So I'm Kyra Maxine Ouuwano, BSMLS 1 a student from Southwestern University, Finland. So today I will have my defense for my fit prescription for both cardiovascular conditioning and vascular resistance training prescription. So first, I will have my defense for my cardiovascular conditioning prescription. So I have here in my table the two columns components in the target. The components are composed of frequency, intensity, time, and type, or we also call as FIT, F-I-T-T. So in my frequency, I have here 3 times a week. My intensity is moderate since I can say that my exercises or the way I perform the exercise are mostly in moderate ones since I'm an athlete like for 7 years or 8 years because I'm a valuable player. That is why mostly our exercises and drills is moderate to hard. There was easy, but mostly the moderate and hard exercises and drills were done. That is why my intensity is moderate. I chose moderate. So let's move on. Resting heart rate 70 beats per minute. So I got this from checking my pulse beat after resting for 30 minutes. No walking, no standing, just resting. So I got 70 beats per minute. So heart rate reserve, I have here 70%, and I refer it from the table that was given in the module. And target heart rate, in order to get this target heart rate, we need to follow for formula. So the formula goes like this: 220, which is the constant number, subtract by my age 18, subtract from my resting heart rate, which is 70 beats per minute, times 0.70 from my heart rate reserve in a decimal form, plus 70 from my resting heart rate. So my target heart rate now is 162 beats per minute. So my heart rate my heart rate at high interval, I have here 162 beats per minute. So let's just copy from the target heart rate as our high interval already. So my heart rate at low interval, I have here is also the same formula, but there's something like little changes. There was just a bit changes, but still the same. So we need to copy the constant again, the 220, subtract from my age 18, subtract from the resting heart rate, which is 70, times from the half of my target heart rate in a decimal form, which is 0.35, which is the half of 0.70, plus 70 from my resting heart rate. So my heart rate at low interval now is 116 beats per minute. So my Borch rate of perceived exertion is 5. So I chose 5 because my exercise is quite like hard, or just it might be hard because hard or somewhat hard. So I chose like 5 for my Borch rate of perceived exertion. So let's move on to the time. So in my warm-up, I have my 5 minutes at low interval, stimulus 25 minutes, cool down 3 minutes at low interval, number of cycle 1, type MIIT jumping rope, or moderate intensity interval training in jumping rope. Let's move on to our muscular resistance training prescription. So I have here my training age, which is 18. I am 18 years old, by the way. So my goal is to improve core strength. Honestly, my body is not spoiled by the strength it needs because of my laziness. I don't have time, but I think this is the time already that I will give my body the strength it needs, because last year I able to do workouts like push-ups, burpees, lunges, squats, and all. But I realized it is not easy. That's why I stopped. But now I think this is my ultimate goal now today. So I need to have that strength. I need to give my body the strength it needs. It is really important nowadays. So the volume I chose is moderate, since my body is used to moderate exercises or any drills, because as what I had said, that I am a volleyball player for like 7 to 8 years, and my previous experience, my previous exercises that my body were used to have is the intensity is used is moderate to hard. That is why I need to spoil my body the intensity or the volume of moderate. So the frequency, 2 times a week only. Session and duration, 40 minutes, including warm-up and cool-down. So I have here warm-up stretch. Next one, warm-up stretch. I have here 3 warm-up stretch. So I chose star jump, jog in place, high knee pulse. Why I chose this? Because it is convenient for me. It is easy, and our exercises is like this only, basic ones. I need to have the basic ones in my warm-up stretch so that my body won't react to it. So next, the duration, 30 seconds for each stretch. Sets, 2 sets for each stretch, 1 for repetition, 1 repetition for each stretch. Next, exercise. So I have here 6 exercises. So I chose push-ups, burpees, squats, planking, lunges, and curl-ups. Why I chose this? Because I already tried this from my previous year of doing workouts when it was still in pandemic. It was last year when I decided to have a workout, because it is really legit lockdown. So I planned to do workouts, and it didn't went well because I stopped. It was not that effective. So the sets that for my exercise, 3 sets for each exercise. I have 10 repetitions for each exercise. I have 2 minutes for each exercise. I have 2. And the load, I have here the push-ups, 75% 1 RM, burpees, 70% 1 RM, squats, 85% 1 RM, planking, 75% 1 RM, lunges, 80% 1 RM, curl-ups, 75% 1 RM. In order to get the load, we need to, based on the table, we need to have that table in our module so that we can follow. If it's moderate, you can use the prescribed load you will use for your intensity. So the RPE. So RPE is known as like intensity for your work, for your exercise. If it is hard for you, how can you rate your exercise? If it's easy for you, then you can rate 1, or just like that. If 7, then you can rate. So in my push-ups, I rate for my push-ups, burpees, squats, planking, I rate it as 7. And my lunges and curl-ups, I rate 6 for my RPE. So next, last one, the cool down stretch. Finally, we have it, the shoulder stretch, neck stretch, and the quad stretch. So I chose also the basic ones so that my body will have a relax afterwards, not just a heavy one. The cool down is just a relaxed thing. We did it every day. I mean not every day when we had a training before previous years. So my duration, 30 seconds each, sets, 2 sets for each exercise, and repetition, 1 repetition for each stretch. So finally, I'm already done with my cardiovascular conditioning prescription and muscular resistance training prescription. So thank you and God bless. Keep safe always. And stay healthy, everyone. Stay hydrated.